Hi there, Simon from simonwoods.com. 5 Syrahs in front of me. Actually, that's not quite true. 4 Syrahs and 1 Syrah... Is it Syrah Grenache Carignan blend? Syrah Grenache Carignan. It's a Syrah video to all intents and purposes. First one I've got... Actually, the first one I've got is the oldest. Steam Wharf Road 2008 Syrah from Hawke's Bay, New Zealand. But I'm doing it first because it's 12.5% and all the others are like 14.5%. So thought it might get a bit swamped if I did it at the end. Cloves, pepper, vanilla. It's a very fragrant style. I'm not sure whether they're in gimlet gravels here. Well, no, it doesn't say whether they're on gimlet gravels. One of those, I'm never quite sure with some Hawke's Bay Syrahs whether there is just perfume and whether there's enough weight of fruit behind them. So it'll be interesting to taste this, which is now 4.5 years old. It smells good, but maybe if I have a problem with how it smells, maybe there's not going to be the fruit behind to balance those really nice perfumed aromas. Yeah, some leather, some licorice, and get a slight jamminess to the fruit, a bit of vanilla there, and the strange thing is the perfume is there, and then there's this bit of vanilla, and the fruit looks okay. I'm just wondering whether I should have seen it when it was that little bit younger. I like it, but I think I would have liked it better a year or two ago, but still okay. Let's move to Chile with Doña Dominga, single vineyard, El Rebaño, big licorice, berry, blackcurrant. There's something slightly medicinal there. I get there's a flavour I call the classic Chile reduced blackcurrant pastels. There's a little bit of that character there, but it's more this ripe, earthy licorice character of a very ripe Shiraz grown in a dry climate that's coming through. Well, the fruit's just bordering on the jammy there, getting that slight baked character. I don't mind it. I think it's just a little bit too loud for my personal tastes. I know a lot of people will love it. I almost want something halfway between the two of those. I want something with the fragrance of the first and the body and ripeness of the second. Maybe we'll find it in wine number 3. Which is Mitchelton Shiraz 2010 from central Victoria, situated on the pristine Goulburn River in the heart of central Victoria. I thought you could put Goulburn River on maybe the vineyards aren't all from Goulburn River, and it's just the vineyard, just the winery that's nestling on those particularly pretty, picturesque, or whatever they said, riverbanks. Well, actually, this does smell like something halfway between the two. It's got the peppery character, maybe not quite as floral and aromatic as the Tin Pot Hut was, but then it's got some of the bounce and ripeness and juiciness, but not the jamminess that was in the Doña Dominga. It smells like it's going to be rich and hearty, but still with this peppery freshness to keep it lively. Not the most complex of wines, but rich, juicy, satisfying, and as I was expecting, it's got the body, it's got the broadness, but then it's got a slim waist. So broad shoulders, slim waist, rather than the other way around. Maybe I want a few more layers of complexity in there, but as a good, honest, rich, but still slightly refreshing Shiraz, I think it does its job pretty well. Okay, wine number 4, the Bernard series, or Bernard series, basket press, Syrah 2010, from the Bellingham winery, and coastal origin here. Bernard Pod La Choc is recognised for his daring vision, sheer audacity, and unabated drive that helped place South African wine on the map. The legend of his tenacity and innovative flair, blah blah blah, Bernard series. Give it a whirl. Rounded, rich, chocolatey. There's a little bit of volatility there that's just giving the aromas a little bit of a lift, but not so much that it's turning vinegary. Maybe it hasn't got the fragrance and aromatic, those floral and spicy floral peppery ends that the Tin Pot and the Mitchelton did. But there's a juicy earthiness about it that feels rich and honest and gluggable. That chocolatey character from oak, I mean, it's quite appealing, it's quite seductive, and gives it a svelte character. Maybe when you come to taste it, is that little, just that little bit on the overripe side. I'm not sure whether they put Viognier in here, but there's something almost sweet and peachy that comes through on the finish. I like it, and I think that it's really well made. It's probably my favourite so far, but yeah, I'm just wondering whether they plonked a little bit of Viognier there. Maybe I miss a little bit of the aromatic and spicy bits of numbers 1 and 3. So I don't know. I'm not a winemaker, but I'd be almost tempted to shove something like some Carignan in there rather than some Viognier. I find that Viognier in with something ripe, sometimes it's what I call the cream and custard treatment, and it's almost a bit too much of a good thing. If you've got something rounded and fleshy, why add something more round and fleshy? Why not add something a bit more spiky? But I do like the wine. Let's see whether I like wine number 5, which is the French one, and it's Chateau de Cré Ricard in Terrasse du Larzac enclave of the Languedoc in southern France. And this particular cuvée is called Stacia, not Stacy, S-T-E acute C-I-A, and blend, as I say, Syrah Grenache and Carignan. And if you've had the wines from things like Arrogant Frog or the Paul Masse estate, it's from the this is Jean-Claude Masse's. I think he manages this estate or owns it, but and I've had some of the wines before, but I've never had this particular cuvée. Let's give it a try. Earthy, pepper, tar, coal ash. There's a brightness and richness about it. There's raspberries. It's this mix of almost like dark blackberries and ripe, fragrant raspberries. There's a real sense of earthy terroir herbiness coming through here, and it's I think it's the highest alcohol so far, 14.5%. But it smells aromatically as interesting as any of them so far. I love those earthy, gritty tannins, and I know some people will dislike it for exactly that reason. It has got this chewiness, and it has got this almost as if. Do you ever? I can't remember. I remember our chemistry teacher forcing us to eat a charcoal biscuit, and I have no idea why. We weren't pregnant. Isn't that what you give pregnant women, charcoal biscuits? But it's got that character of chewing charcoal. It sounds horrible, doesn't it? But then it's got this lovely fruit. It's got the herbs, and it feels, in terms of weight of fruit, it's maybe not it's certainly not the fruitiest so far, but it's got more life beyond fruit. I mean, if you just want fruity wine, just have fruit juice and shove a bit of vodka in it. But here, there are for me extra layers that make it probably the most interesting of this lot. I've liked a lot of them, but yeah, this for me is the one that I want to go out and stew a boar for. In the absence of boars in the Saddleworth region, apart from me, I think I'll just go out and find some decent sausages, shove them on the barbecue, and guzzle a bit of that tonight. So, see you soon.